I don't know. I don't know if I hit 100 or 1,000.
That's a huge difference.
It is
I'm
a
going to
huge
assume
difference.
100.
No. But I remember like pogoing felt like all afternoon.
1,000 would be all afternoon.
That's
Could you imagine?
I remember
through lunch, they're like, "Come, you gotta eat now."
Feeling like triumph,
I did it.
When you're like 11, 100 feels like 1,000.
That's probably true too.
Yeah, I don't think.
But that's not. But that's only like a minute and a half.
Maybe
1
second.
2, 3, 4. 1 second. It's a minute, like a little over a minute and a half.
I'm going to say you couldn't pogo 50 right now.
I don't know if that's true. I pogoed not too long ago. I can't remember where.
Well, I have
love
a
all
pogo
that
stick.
shit.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right. The next time you bring that
I'm gonna
pogo
bring it
stick,
over.
Pogo stick competition in front of the house.
Bang! I'm saying it right now. First try, I'll pogo 50. I'll hit 50 first try.
There's
I'm calling
witnesses.
it. I'm
50.
calling it now. 50.
Bullshit or not?
Oh, I suck. Hey, Martin Scorsese's entire film catalog in 3 minutes. Who's that knocking at my door? His very first film, made while he was in college and for several years after, starring Harvey Keitel, about a guy who gets together with a girl and finds out that the girl was raped, and he's so upset about that, he dumps her. Boxcar Bertha, a young woman and her boyfriend go on a crime spree on the railroad in order to take down the railroad baron empire. Mean Streets, Scorsese's most personal film about growing up in crime on the streets of Little Italy in New York, and the debut of Robert De Niro in Scorsese's film catalog. Alice Doesn't Live Here Anymore, a wonderful and beautiful tale about a widowed woman and her son trying to start a new life together after the husband dies. And this movie, yes, a Martin Scorsese movie, became the basis of Alice.
Kiss My Grits.
That's right, the sitcom. Taxi Driver. Robert De Niro as a madman who gets obsessed with Jodie Foster, a little teenage prostitute, and he kills a bunch of people, and he's nuts. New York, New York, starring Liza Minnelli and Robert De Niro, which Scorsese's attempt to make sort of a classic musical. Robert De Niro plays a complete asshole in this movie. Raging Bull, Robert De Niro yet again playing boxer Jake LaMotta. Joe Pesci is in his first Scorsese movie here too, but really the movie is about Jake LaMotta being a jerk. The King of Comedy, Robert De Niro, yet again, with Jerry Lewis and Sandra Bernhard. De Niro plays a guy obsessed with the idea of becoming famous and becoming the King of Comedy. So obsessed to the point where he commits crimes in order to get onto a talk show. After Hours, a super underrated black comedy about a dude who picks up this gal in a diner and decides to go meet her to hook up with her, but little does he realize he's getting into a strange world of paranoid, crazy, weird stuff happening in New York. The Color of Money, which is a sort of sequel to the classic film The Hustler. It introduces Tom Cruise, which some people might know, and they play pool. The Last Temptation of Christ, Jesus Dies. New York Stories, an anthology movie, which he directed along with Francis Ford Coppola and Woody Allen. Scorsese's the first segment in this, he does a short film called Life Lessons with Nick Nolte and Rosanna Arquette, and it is a fantastic movie about an artist who abuses women in order to get inspiration for his art. Goodfellas. Everybody knows Goodfellas. It is the Martin Scorsese movie. There's really nothing to say here. It's incredible. Cape Fear. Cape Fear is a remake of a movie of the same name. This one instead stars Nick Nolte, Jessica Lange, Juliette Lewis, and of course, Robert De Niro, who plays Max Cady. He's a madman, and it is a really damn good thriller. The Age of Innocence, an adaptation of the Edith Wharton novel of the same name, with Daniel Day-Lewis and Michelle Pfeiffer and Winona Ryder. This is a costume drama. Casino, which basically is sort of Goodfellas Part 2, but isn't really.
De Niro.
Robert De Niro,
Joe Pesci,
Sharon Stone, and it's about criminals doing stuff in casinos. Kundun, this is about the current Dalai Lama. Beautiful, meditative, spiritual movie. I highly recommend this. I really honestly can't recommend this enough. Beautiful movie. Bringing Out the Dead. Bringing Out the Dead is a really weird and twisted movie. It is a really druggy, trippy, strange movie. Also has John Goodman and Tom Sizemore. Really good stuff. Really interesting. Gangs of New York, starring
Titanic guy and Oil guy.
That's right. Daniel Day-Lewis, Leonardo DiCaprio. This one goes all the way back to the early days of New York. The Aviator, another Leonardo DiCaprio movie. He plays Howard Hughes. He gets naked and goes crazy. The Departed, more criminals from Martin Scorsese. Scorsese. The Departed is the first movie of his that finally won him a Best Director Academy Award. Shutter Island, starring
Titanic guy.
a sort of trippy, your mind isn't everything you think it is, mystery-ish kind of thing.
Good movie.
Hugo, a movie that you wouldn't imagine was made by Martin Scorsese. It's a family movie with kids in it. And it's also a love letter to the earliest days of cinema. The Wolf of Wall Street, starring Titanic guy.
And 30 Rock guy.
That's right, he's also 3 goddamn hours of a dude acting sleazy. Silence! Andrew Garfield, Adam Driver, and Liam Neeson. It's about Catholics who go to Asia and be Catholic. And The Irishman, which will not be out until November. There you go, Martin Scorsese in 3 minutes. Or however long this turns out to be.
I'm so glad I'm captured by your free spirit.
It's the crazy neighbor from across the street. It's Owenneil.
The Bigfoot game. I imported this from the UK because I'm a weirdo. The premise is to be the first person to get your dumb kids up the mountain to befriend Bigfoot. But at the same time, Bigfoot is trying to fucking kill you with rocks. 1 part trouble, 1 part Fireball Island, 100% Bigfoot trapped between 2 stumps action. This game is Owenneil approved.
And now, back to our show.
I don't even know what you're doing right now. Aren't you supposed...
I've been watching Sunny in Philadelphia a lot, so it's like Mac.
You are like Mac in a lot of ways, but not the ways you think.
Eric, things you want but don't need.
Things I want but don't need.
Give me a couple things you want.
I do not want what I have not got.
Alright, I got this. I'm gonna say a replica of the Conan sword from Conan the Barbarian.
That's pretty
Who
badass.
wouldn't want that?
Yeah.
A 1986 GT Performer, because middle-aged guys need the freestyle bike.
And get pegs? Does it? What about tassels?
Pee-wee's bike from Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Pee-wee's
Second bike, Pee-wee's bike from Big Adventure.
I feel a
The Ghostbusters pack.
proton pack.
Yeah, the proton pack. Yeah. You know, cosplayers do some kick-ass job replicating those things.
And the old photon, like pseudo laser tag, the at-home laser tag set. Remember photon?
Yeah, no, that's a cool. That's cool.
That
All
would
right,
be cool
now get
to
out.
See ya.
It's time for Tom Abroad.
You could do the path.
Donkey.
There's parts of the path you could do on donkeys versus walking.
Tune in next week for more of Tom Abroad.
Hey, listen, I want to play a game with you, okay? I picked out a great game. This game is Blockhead, and I'm gonna move down here a little bit where I can get close to the action. You tell me which piece you want me to play, okay? And... Oh!
It's Eric's garden!
See these things? This is acid plants. You take these and you take acid. No, that's not actually true. Do you know what this is? Tig, you're behind the camera. Do you know what that is?
I do not, actually.
It's onions.
Really?
These are onions. But obviously those aren't onions. The onions are below ground. These are onions that have gone to seed, and as you can see, they're starting to flower right now, and inside there's jillions of little pods that are filled with tiny little onion seeds.
Huh.
And I let them go to seed so I can harvest the seeds, and use the seeds next year to make onions. And now it is starting to flower. This will form all these nice little yellow flowers. And as it develops the seeds, and those would be the onion seeds. So who knew that onion could look like this weird alien plant?
I did not.
Well, now you do know. Congratulations on knowing.
That was Eric's garden!
Your free spirit.